Hey, what's up? This is Mercy, and thank you so much for joining RM and Rich. If this is your first time to join this family, please make sure that you subscribe so that you become part of our family. And if you belong already to this family, thank you so much for your support and say I love you. And so today, I want to share something about my experience. First of all, if you have not watched my previous videos, please go and watch. I have shared a bit of my journey in business, and I said this is something that I'll continue to do in this place, in this space, and we are going to educate one another. We are going to enrich one another with so much. So make sure that you don't miss out on any of the parts of my story. So I recently mentioned in my stories that I was once a hawker. I actually started business as a hawker in Nairobi. I know. Every time I mention that, people are like, are you sure of what you're talking about? But that's it. Yeah, that's the truth of the matter. And when I came to Nairobi, I'll mention some of the businesses that I did. I tried hawking, some of the items I tried hawking. One was this liquid detergents. I used to do jig, I used to do the liquid soap. Then I used to hawk them around the place where I was staying that time. I also hawked clothes. That was in 2014, 2015, 2016, around there. I also hawked clothes. So what I used to do is that I used to alternate between the liquid detergents and the clothes. So today I would do the detergents, tomorrow I would do the clothes, and so that was it between Monday and Saturday. And yeah, the other thing that I also tried hawking are there's a particular form. I'll try to get the photo and attach it somewhere, that is used to clean car seats and the sofas in the house. So this one there's a friend of mine that we schooled together in campus, and her name is Shiro. By the way, Shiro, God bless you so much. That girl encouraged me to do business, and so we used to go to somewhere around Kiambu Road, a place called Walkabout, and we used to hawk that form to the guys who come to enjoy themselves at that place. So and then after campus, I also did hawking of clothes. So I used to hawk both clothes inside the campus, then also outside the campus. And so today I want to share about my experience and the challenges that I faced in the business of hawking. And I feel like it's a high time we respect everyone's hustle. Whatever you see someone doing, just respect whatever they are doing, because they have a reason why they are doing it. Maybe they are pushed by circumstances. Maybe it's the only thing that is working for them. So as I share these challenges, I also feel like we need to begin to respect each other's hustle. And so the first challenge that I faced in the hawking business, and I think this is a challenge that I did not just face, also every hawker or most of them face this challenge, is the poor reception by the clients. There's just something in the minds of people that tells them that if you see anyone hawking, it's because they failed in school. It's because maybe they never schooled, or they schooled and got bad grades. And that's just the mentality that people have, that if we see you hawking, we don't care whether you schooled or not. We classify you as someone who just failed in school, which is a very poor perception and a very wrong one. Because actually that time when I started hawking, I was in campus, and so some people would look at me like, girl, you actually joked in school. So, and that would make me feel so bad, because people have that mentality that if the only thing that you're doing is hawking, or if you're a hawker in Nairobi or in Kenya or wherever, it's because you failed, but that's a lie. I think we need to respect people, we need to honor them, we need to allow people to do whatever they are doing, comfortable enough to do it, because you realize, I think we have even seen these stories in our news in Kenya. You see someone who cleared campus like 5 years or 10 years ago, and all they are able to do right now is hawking, because they've tried to hunt for a job and they've not been successful. So I think it's a high time that we begin to respect people and allow them to do whatever they are able to do without making them feel lesser of a being or what. And so I remember actually one day when I was hawking some clothes, and so I passed nearby a place where there were just guys who were having fun. It was a kind of a club, but it was not really a club. It was like I don't know how to explain it, but it had an extension on the outside that was like an open space. So this was just a place where people would just come in, take drinks, take food, and just enjoy themselves. So I'm trying to sell to some ladies, and then a guy seated next to them. I don't know whether it was a boyfriend or what. And this guy was a mzee. He was an elderly man. And then he says, he tells me, young girl, instead of all this stuff and all this nonsense that you're doing, just come, let me marry you, then your problems will be over. And I was like, you think marriage is the only thing that can solve my problems? And so I feel like we need to respect people's hustle and their jobs and whatever they are doing. So that was my first experience and my first challenge, the poor reception by clients. Especially when you go to salons, ladies are very good at, I don't know why, are very good at just trashing hawkers. Sometimes I would just walk into a salon and then I would be like, hi, I'm so-and-so and I'm selling this product and this one. Could you be having some interest? Can I sell to you? Can I show you what I have? And they would be like, no one even pays attention to you. They just continue to make their stories and to talk like nothing has happened, like no one is in the door, and then you just have to stand there like a cartoon until when you're tired, and then walk away. And I feel that's not the right thing. It's not good at all. Then the other challenge that I faced in the business of hawking is indefinite clientele. You really don't have a definite clientele that you can rely on. You see, because you're walking all over the place. You're walking from point A to B to C to D to E. In day 1, you're at point A. Day 2, you're at point B. Day 3, you're at point C or F. And so, because you're just walking all over, you really don't have specific people that you can call your own clients. And so that's one of the biggest challenge, because you can't really own your clients. You can't own them. You can't tell who your clients are. You have no clients that you can rely on, that you can. It's really a bit tough, because also when you're walking around and you're selling your stuff, today you may find someone in a shop, sell something to them, and maybe they are just an employee in that shop, and after 1 month they are fired or they just move from that place, and then you have lost a client. And so there is really no definite clientele that you can rely on. And as a result of having no definite clientele, then the other challenge that I faced is that it was so hard, and it is usually very hard to gather information from your client on what they would prefer, on the products, the kind of products, what you need to improve on. So you really can't get any feedback from your clients, because client A will give you their feedback today, and you go work on whatever they have told you. Then when you're coming back to them, they are no longer there. Maybe they moved from that place to somewhere else, or something just happened and they're no longer there. So also that's a challenge, that you're really not able to master your client's needs. It's not easy to master your client's needs when all you do is hawking. So it's quite a tough one. Then the other one, which is very, very obvious, is that it involves a lot of walking, a lot of talking, and so you just get fatigued. You are always fatigued. And so sometimes I would just carry this 10 liters, 10-liter jerry can and 10-liter jerry can. So those are 20 liters. And you're really not able to, with this, my 1 GB body, how long would I be able to sustain that? So it was a lot of, because also you don't want to carry a few items, or you don't just want to limit yourself to a very small amount of whatever you're selling, and then you end up regretting because you're walking really for long distances. So you can walk for like 5 kilometers and you meet a client who needs that 10-liter detergent. Then all you have is just 1 liter, 2 liter, or 3 liters, and then you've just lost a client just like that. So it's a job that involves a lot of fatigue, and this is why I respect hawkers. It doesn't matter what they are selling. I will never ever disrespect hawkers, because I know the struggle they go through. I know the challenges they have to go through, and most of those hawkers don't even have money to board matatus and to pay for borders to move from the point A to B, and so they have to walk all these distances. And so I think it's good we just respect, even if whatever that hawker is selling, you're not interested in it. Don't just trash them and show them that you're not interested. Just communicate, be polite to them, be kind to them. Tomorrow it could be your son, your daughter, who finds themselves in such a job, and you wouldn't really want your son or your daughter to experience such. So I think it's a high time we just respect people with their own jobs. And then this is the last challenge that I'm going to share today when it comes to hawking, that I was able to experience in my hawking business, is some clients, or most of them, tend to devalue your products, and some of them do it not because that's what they want to do, but when people see you hawking, it doesn't matter how valuable that thing or that product is. There's just a notion in the minds of people that hawkers sell cheap items, that they expect whatever you're selling must be of a lesser price, must be of a lesser value, or you're selling it at a cheaper price. And so you find that if you had a shop, the price that you're selling, you would sell to the client at the shop, would be totally different from the one that you're selling to clients as you're hawking the items, because most of them feel like they are just doing you favor. It's a favor they're doing to you. They don't look at it like a favor that you've done to them, bringing the item at their own convenience, at their own convenient place, and at their place of comfort. They feel like you are actually they are actually doing you a favor. They are helping you. And I really try to avoid this statement of we love using it as Kenyans. Let me promote you. I mean, you're not promoting me. You're also receiving value from me as you're buying that item. If the item that you're buying is not giving you any value, then it would be better that you don't buy, because that's why we end up pinning down the hawkers and make them feel like they need just to surrender their own profits that they are supposed to make, so that they can just make at least some shillings, because we really bargain a lot. And I think this is something that needs to just cease, because if I was to hawk some plates, let me use an example of plastic plates. And when you go to the supermarket, so when you check out the price of that plate, you realize it's 100 bob. If I hawk the same plate, the possibility is that clients are just going to bargain until I can even sell it at maybe if I bought it at 50 bob, I end up selling it at 60 bob. And so we really pin down hawkers, and I don't think it's the right thing. I think it's a high time that we begin to respect these people, allow them to also make and earn their living from such, because the same item that you're buying from them at 60 shillings, if you go to the supermarket and the price tag is 100 bob, you're really not going to bargain. You will just give that 100 bob. So those are the challenges that I experienced as a hawker. And let me tell you, there's a time we went to walk about. In the beginning, I mentioned that with a friend of mine called Shiro, we used to go somewhere along, those of you who know Kiambu Road very well, there's a place called Walkabout. So this place, this day, my friend Shiro encourages me, and she was very optimistic and told me, let's buy some good stock. So all the cash that we had, we invested in the stock. And she was like, today I know God is going to make a way. We are going to sell. We are going to have a lot of money. We are going to come back with a lot of money. So I trusted her because what are our friends for? So I believed in her words. We channeled all the money into stock. And so we went to walk about. Let me tell you, that day, not even a single person was interested in buying whatever we were selling. Not even a single person was interested in hearing whatever we wanted to sell. People were so busy. No one looked like they're even interested to know why we are there. So we were like, oh, now what do? We have used all the cash that we had, and then we don't have any money to go back to campus. So that day God did a miracle. So we just sat down, confused human beings, and then we began to just make fun, and we began to just laugh because we have nothing to do. We don't have no money to buy anything. We don't have no money to board matatus and go back. And so we're just laughing, and we're just trusting God and saying God is still going to make a way. We believe in God, in the God of the 11th hour. And for sure, the God of the 11th hour came through. I actually received, I was expecting some help that time. So I check in my bank account, and I realize that, help has just dropped the cash. So tukakuwa masongo, so sisi hao tao. So we went back, and that was it. The challenges that I faced in hawking business, and my conclusion is, when you see someone doing the business of hawking, just respect them. Some of those people are learned more than you. Some of those people are people that come from better backgrounds than you. It's only that circumstances have just turned against them, or life is not just fair on them, but respects them. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you go back and watch my story about my journey in business. And if you like whatever I've shared here, please give my video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and also share my video. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.